and are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. It's a room to maneuver. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Right back to him on first down. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Lance going to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket. And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game. Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it? One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well. From the 27, Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd and a yard, Hurts. This is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run the counter. Mitchell into the secondary past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 69 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 44. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a hole right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Barrett. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. The bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard. Here's Lance. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2nd down and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and he stopped immediately there. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's taken down inside the 30.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Reagor with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 8. Throwing now is Lance. He's got a man. Complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 79 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. On first down, Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. Left side here to Sanders. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Smith here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for Philly. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. On first down, Sanders. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. Evades him at the 10. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The corner, Perry Nickerson, had the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll run with Sanders. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Once again with Sanders. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Lance. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Fighting him off. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
second down. Here's Jalen Hurts. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll go again with Sanders. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Hurts. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. From the 25 on second down, Lance. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try now for Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So Flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia.